of Quick Morning, viewers, where we delve into the latest news and updates from across the country and around the world to set the tone for your day. From tracking the RG verdict to Donald Trump starting his second term. Stay tuned as we bring you the ground realities of these developments. And that's not all. We'll also be bringing you news from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed line-up for this Quick Morning. So let's kickstart today's Mega News Day here on Republic, as always, with the nation first this Quick Morning. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated US President Donald Trump for taking oath for a second term in office. He said that he looked forward to working together with the US leader again for the benefits of the two countries and shape a better future for the world. Donald Trump was sworn in as the 47th President of the United States during the 60th presidential inauguration at the US Capitol in Washington, D.C. A youth from Hyderabad was shot dead in the U.S. capital, Washington, today. Ravi Teja was shot dead by the assailants at Washington Avenue in the U.S. No comment has been made by the local authorities yet in Hyderabad about Teja's death. The sudden death of the youth has left his family back in home in Hyderabad in deep shock and grief. And after the court's verdict in RG case, the parents of the deceased medic stood unsatisfied with the decision pronouncing life imprisonment till death for the convict. Now, with claims of several other culprits being involved in the crime, they vowed to move to the higher court seeking justice. While announcing the verdict, the judge said that the crime did not fall under the rarest of the rare category, which justified not imposing the death penalty on the convict.
देश की जनता सहमत नहीं है। मैं तो कह सकता हूं कि उस बच्ची को लिए देश रोया था, देश न्याय मांग रहा है, सजा कम है, अभी भी न्याय की आशा है।
And the three-member Judicial Commission probing the Sambhal riots will visit the city today to record written statements from the public. The UP government constituted the judicial panel on December 11 to investigate the riots that erupted on November 24. Violence had broken out near the Shahi Jama Masjid during a survey, leading to clashes between protesters and security personnel. And a soldier has been killed in the ongoing encounter with terrorists in Zalura in Sopore area of Jammu and Kashmir. According to sources, an army jawan was injured in the gunfight, and after he was rushed to hospital, he succumbed to injuries. Encounter broke out during a search operation yesterday when terrorists opened fire at security forces. Up next, the Madhya Pradesh High Court has ruled against the Waqf Board's claim over a private land in Rewa district granting relief to a local resident. The Waqf Board had claimed of owning the land, arguing that a dargah was built on it. However, the resident hit back and said that his family had never donated the land for such purposes. He claimed the board's registration of the land without consent or due process was invalid. And the Rajasthan Patwar Sangh staged a large protest outside the Ajmer Collectorate, demanding the fulfillment of their 9-point charter of demands. Patwaris from across the state gathered for a rally, blocking the Collectorate's main gate and raising slogans. The central demand was the amendment of the online Girdavari app, a key tool for land record management. The Sangh also expressed frustration over the government's failure to implement various agreements. Leaders made it clear that they would not return to work until their demands were addressed. And we are tracking the top business stories for the day now. We bring you the latest updates on India's economic landscape, from tech titans attending Donald Trump's inauguration to Bharti Airtel tying up with Bajaj Finance. Stay tuned as we delve into the key highlights shaping the business world today. During Donald Trump's second inauguration, the Capitol Rotunda was a prime spot for a mix of tech moguls and political heavyweights. Amongst the notable figures were Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, and Apple's Tim Cook, who attended the morning service at St. John's Church and were later seen together at the Capitol Rotunda. Also present was Google CEO Sundar Pichai, TikTok CEO Shou Chu, and Tesla's Elon Musk, all of whom were spotted alongside their families and other prominent figures, including Bezos' fiancée Lauren Shanze and Zuckerberg's wife Priscilla Chan. The tech leaders were caught in conversation, signaling a close-knit presence during the inauguration's early moments. And the National Company Law Tribunal on Monday ordered the liquidation of Go First Airways. A bench of NCLT comprising judicial member Mahendra Khandelwal and technical member Dr. Sanjeev Ranjan had allowed the liquidation application filed by the Committee of Creditors of Go First to be admitted. Now, Go First filed a voluntary plea seeking admission to the corporate insolvency resolution process on May 2 under Section 10 of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. The NCLT admitted the application on May 10 and appointed a resolution professional to manage the airline's affairs. As the global automotive industry faces challenges from economic slowdown and fluctuating demand, Hyundai Motor Company is doubling down on its electric vehicle strategy in the Indian market. Building on its success of its best-selling Creta, Hyundai Motor India Limited is gearing up to leverage its stronghold in the sports utility vehicle or SUV segment to boost its volumes in its battery electric vehicle portfolio in India. Zero, the founder and entrepreneur Nikhil Kamath has shared a truly Indian business idea, taking to X and other social media platforms. Kamath said that there was room to build a large brand around the very Indian makhana that sells to the world. Now, in a detailed post which also included data and numbers, Kamath said that makhana had become one of the very talked about superfoods in the Indian market. He also highlighted how, with its rich nutrients and multiple health benefits, the popularity of this Indian nut has grown exponentially. And Bharti Airtel, which is one of India's largest telecom giants, has partnered with Bajaj Finance, the largest private sector NBFC, to create one of the country's largest digital financial platforms. Announced on January 20, this partnership aims to bring financial services closer to the masses through a seamless blend of technology and a robust distribution network. The partnership takes advantage of Airtel's extensive customer base of 370 million users and 12 lakh plus retail touch points, alongside Bajaj Finance's diversified suite of 27 products and an expansive network of 70,000 field agents. This synergy promises to bridge the gap between the urban and rural financial services, enabling greater digital inclusion. And now moving on to our international segment, where we are tracking the ground pulse of some of the biggest global headlines. Today, we delve into significant developments from around the world, from Team Trump taking charge to Turkey's consulate reopening in Syria after 12 years. Stay tuned as we unravel the key updates shaping the global landscape. And Donald Trump has officially begun his second presidential term. The leader swore in as the 47th president of the United States as the world watched over the swift transition of power from Biden to Trump. Assisted by his vice president J.D. Vance, Trump's kick-started a new era of American politics as the leader promised big reforms and shared his expansionist dreams with the world. Trump solemnly took the oath of office beneath the huge rotunda of the U.S. Capitol as an astounding political comeback is set to stone.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
And Trump's historic win as the 47th President of the United States was witnessed by several big names from across the world, from world leaders to policymakers, tech giants, and billionaires. Trump's inaugural ceremony was a spectacular show of wealth and power. Several U.S. tech billionaires, including Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jeff Bezos, were allocated prime seats at U.S. President Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20 in a display of their influence in the new administration and the White House. Apple CEO Tim Cook, Google CEO Sundar Pichai, Google founder Sergey Brin also attended the mega event.
For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day.
And as the dominant face in American history has once again taken charge of the wheel, President Trump vowed to put U.S. interests over anything else. The president shared several plans that he wishes to implement, starting from national security to the removal of diversity training in the U.S. While the leader has promised a lot more than what can be achieved in the next 4 years, Trump has continued reinstating that he will ensure U.S. benefits more at the end of the day, backing his nation-first policy. And the Serbian Prime Minister offered his condolences on January 20 after 8 people died in a fire at a home for older people on the outskirts of the Serbian capital of Belgrade. Now, further 7 people were severely injured and further investigation is underway. According to preliminary reports, the fire was started by a resident. And Turkey raised its flag in Syria after 12 long years as the country reopened its consulate in Syria's largest city, Aleppo, on January 12. The opening of the consulate on Monday comes weeks after the Turkish embassy resumed its operations in the Syrian capital, Damascus, on December 14. Turkey had closed down its diplomatic missions in Syria in 2012 due to security concerns amid the civil war, during which Turkey supported forces opposed to former President Bashar Assad's government. Now, ever since Assad's ouster, Turkey has been supporting Syria at every possible step as the country returns to a new normal. The country also urged international forums to uplift sanctions on Syria and extended its support to the interim government in Damascus. And more than 80 people were killed in Colombia's northeast over the weekend following the government's failed attempts to hold peace talks with the National Liberation Army. 20 others were injured in the violence that has forced thousands to flee as Colombia's army scrambled to evacuate people. According to reports, among the victims were community leader Carmelo Guerrero and 7 people who sought to sign a peace deal. The attack comes after Colombia suspended peace talks with the National Liberation Army, or the ELN, for the second time in less than a year. And as the Spring Festival draws near, thousands of locals gathered to perform the mesmerizing luminous dragon dance in southeast China's Fujian province. The luminous dragon dance was awarded the longest luminous dragon dance in Guinness World Records. The luminous dragon is 297.88 meter long and has become a bright night theme during the Spring Festival. The dragon was made by a dance team in country. It is inspired by the mother river of Xinjiang, 99 stream. So the dragon features 99 sections at its main body, made of unique resin material and incorporates luminous elements. And in yet another spectacular display of celebrations in China, streets have been illuminated with stunning lanterns. The atmosphere has uplifted the spirits of the locals as thousands of tourists also pour in to witness the beauty of the Chinese New Year. Large installations have also come up in places across the city as children and adults alike rejoice at the beauty of the festival. A lantern show was also held ahead of the Spring Festival ahead of the Chinese New Year as dozens of light installations continue illuminating the night sky. Trees, streets, buildings have all been lit up as the festive mood takes over the country. Welcome back, viewers. It's time to dive into the world of sports with our segment dedicated to all the action-packed highlights and exciting matchups. Today, we bring you the latest updates from the Karnataka Ranji Trophy squad, where KL Rahul won't be included due to an elbow niggle. Stay tuned as we bring you the latest all right here. Seasoned batter KL Rahul, who is recovering from an elbow niggle, was not included in the Karnataka Ranji Trophy squad for their penultimate elite Group C match against Punjab. Beginning on January 23, the wicket-keeper batter has been named in India's ODI squad for the three-match home series against England starting on February 6 and the ICC Champions Trophy scheduled from February 19. England coach Brendan McCullum described his Indian counterpart Gautam Gambhir as a strong leader of men, backing him to achieve success with the national team in the near future. Gambhir, who took over as India's head coach across formats after India's title-winning campaign in the T20 World Cup last year, has faced intense scrutiny after the team's dismal outings against New Zealand and Australia. But the former New Zealand captain McCullum has backed his former KKR teammate to come good in his role. Dynamic keeper batter Rishabh Pant was on Monday named the captain of Lucknow Super Giants for the upcoming IPL, and he vowed to give his 200% to win the team's maiden title. Pant was picked at the mega auction for an IPL record rupees 27 crore by the franchisee. India captain Rohit Sharma will show up in a Ranji Trophy match for the first time in almost a decade after he and rising star Yashasvi Jaiswal were named in Mumbai squad for the fixture against Jammu and Kashmir starting January 23 at MCA BKC ground. The team will continue to be led by the seasoned Ajinkya Rahane, the Mumbai Cricket Association said while announcing the squad. Sanju Samson will miss Kerala's sixth-round Ranji Trophy match against Madhya Pradesh beginning here on January 23 as he has been included in India's squad for the five-match T20I series against England. India will face England from January 22 at Kolkata and the rubber will culminate on February 2 at Mumbai. Unless Samson does not get released from India's squad, the wicket-keeper batter will also miss the final Group C match against Bihar starting January 30. And newly appointed Lucknow Super Giants skipper Rishabh Pant has not only learned leadership skills from India captain Rohit Sharma but also from other senior players in the national team. Now as LSG embark on a new journey, they have placed their trust in Pant, known for his fearless batting and dynamic presence on the field, having made his debut under the Virat Kohli in 2017. Pant has also played alongside the inspirational Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Nigeria have created the biggest upset in the history of cricket, beating New Zealand by 2 wickets in the ongoing Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup in Malaysia. The Group C clash was played at Sarawak Cricket Ground in Sarawak and was reduced to 13 overs per side encounter due to wet outfield. After opting to bowl, the New Zealand Under-19 bowlers did well to restrict Nigeria to just 65 runs. Skipper Lucky Peety and Lillian Uday reached double digits for Nigeria, scoring 18 and 19 runs respectively. Nigeria could only hit 4 fours and 6 in their innings, and at the halfway mark, one felt that New Zealand would easily chase the target down. Defending champion Jannik Sinha had to dig deep into his physical and mental reserves at Australian Open to keep his title defense on track as the Italian saw off Holger Rune of Denmark to advance to the quarterfinals. Australia women have retained the Ashes, beating England in the first T20I at the Sydney Cricket Ground in Sydney by 58 runs. With this win, they took an unassailable lead of 8-0 in the multi-format series and now cannot lose the Ashes. England at best can level with Australia by winning the remaining 2 T20Is and the Test match. And viewers tracking the buzz, it's time to delve into the world of entertainment. Today we bring you highlights from television industry, where actor Yogesh Mahajan, known for his roles in Adalat and Jai Shri Ram, died at the age of 44 following a cardiac arrest. This and more as we unravel the latest from the entertainment industry. Mark Wahlberg is set to play a rogue pilot in Mel Gibson's next big action thriller. To show his commitment to the film, the heartthrob shaved a strip of his hair off and adopted a southern accent. As part of the training for the role, Wahlberg was shown how to realistically fly a plane. Also starring Michelle Dockery and Topher Grace, Flight Risk is released in the UK on 24 January 2025.
We were actually in the body of a plane connected to a gimbal which moved in every direction, and some guy was who knows where with a remote, never telling us when and where the plane was going to move, shake, rattle, or roll. And so, it really kind of helped you feel like you were in this plane. And, all the other elements were there, and we shot the whole movie in 22 days, which was great.
And Oscar-winning director Bong Joon-ho and actor Robert Pattinson unveiled their highly anticipated sci-fi film Mickey 17 at its world premiere press event in Seoul on January 20, marking Bong's latest directorial venture since his 2019 Academy Award-winning Parasite. Pattinson shared his unconventional approach to portraying Mickey, drawing inspiration from an unlikely source. When asked about preparing for the age of AI as a filmmaker, Bong referenced the historic 2016 match between Google's AI program AlphaGo and Korean Go champion Lee Sedol, where Lee's unexpected divine move in Game 4 became the only human victory in the 5-game series. The movie will debut in South Korea theaters on February 28, followed by its US release on March 7.
I had a lot of different inspirations. My main one was I thought I was playing a dog. Which is kind of, Jody, a dog is, I used to have this really badly behaved dog, and I would try to train it, and it would never learn its lesson. It would always be like going to the bathroom in the house, and you try and discipline it. And every time you try and discipline it, it would immediately go on its back and be like,
And after television actor Karanveer Mehra lifted the winner's trophy for Big Boss 18, fans of the Indian reality show were quick to criticize his win, citing that the actor didn't deserve it. The 18th season of the controversial reality show Big Boss concluded on January 19. In a gripping finale, Karanveer Mehra was declared the winner, while Rajat Dalal emerged as the second runners-up. However, a section of social media has argued that the latter was much more deserving of the winning title. Netizens argued that Karanveer Mehra played dirty and had the media by his side throughout his journey. Some even alleged that he paid his way to clinch the title of the winner. Others stressed that Karan was not active during the initial stages of the game. And viewers, that's a wrap on the segment of Quick Morning. But stay tuned to Republic as we bring you the latest news and updates from across the country and around the world right here.